Welcome to another insightful episode. Today, we dive into the heart of the Middle East, exploring the Palestine-Israel conflict. This is a story that has been unfolding for over 7 decades, a tale of two peoples claiming the same land. It's a narrative of displacement, territorial disputes, and a struggle for self-determination. A story that has shaped the geopolitics of the modern world, and continues to do so. Understanding this issue is vital, as it's not just about land, it's about people, their lives, their rights, and their future. It's about global peace and stability. So fasten your seatbelts as we travel back in time to the origins of this conflict. To comprehend the present, we must first understand the past. Let's travel back in time to the land known as Palestine, a region rich in history and culture, a crossroads of civilizations. Fast forward to the aftermath of the Second World War, and we witness the birth of a new nation, Israel, in 1948. This event, hailed by some as a miracle, was a catastrophe for others. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced from their homes, giving rise to a refugee crisis that continues to this day. Their stories, etched in the annals of history, serve as a harsh reminder of the human cost of conflict. These tales of displacement, of homes lost and lives uprooted, have a reverberation that echoes through the generations. This historical backdrop sets the stage for the key issues we face today. With the stage set, we can now delve into the core disputes fueling this conflict. At the heart of the matter lie territorial disputes involving the West Bank, Gaza, and the Holy City of Jerusalem. These regions have been the subject of contention for decades, with both Israel and Palestine laying claim to them. Parallel to this, we have the issue of Israeli settlements and occupation. Since the late 1960s, Israel has established settlements in these contested territories, a move seen by many as an infringement on Palestinian land and sovereignty. Lastly, the struggle for Palestinian statehood and self-determination is a key issue. Palestinians yearn for recognition and the right to govern themselves in their own state, a desire that remains largely unfulfilled. These issues are not merely points of debate, but real challenges that affect the lives of people daily. These issues continue to shape the current situation and the lives of millions. Fast forwarding to the present, the conflict continues with no end in sight. The tensions between Palestine and Israel persist, oscillating between simmering unease and outright violence. This ongoing turbulence is the backdrop of life for millions of people in the region. One of the key flashpoints of this conflict is the blockade of Gaza. This blockade, enforced primarily by Israel and Egypt, has had a significant impact on the lives of the nearly 2 million people living in Gaza. It restricts the movement of people and goods, affecting everything from access to medical care to economic opportunities. Efforts towards peace have been made, but they face a multitude of challenges. These include deep-seated mistrust on both sides, disagreement over the status of Jerusalem, and the issue of Palestinian refugees. Despite numerous peace talks and initiatives, a sustainable solution remains elusive. The human impact of this ongoing conflict is profound and far-reaching. Behind the headlines, real people bear the brunt of this conflict. Picture this: a Palestinian child in Gaza, forced to grow up too quickly amidst scarce resources. She dreams of a day when she can attend school without the fear of sudden violence. Across the wall, an Israeli mother lives in constant worry, her heart skipping a beat every time her children are late from school. The echoes of explosions keep her awake at night. Meanwhile, hospitals in Gaza are overwhelmed, struggling to treat the injured with limited supplies. On the other side, Israeli farmers labor to cultivate crops, their fields marred by the scars of conflict. These are the faces of the Palestine-Israel conflict, individuals whose lives are shaped by forces beyond their control. They are not just numbers or headlines, but humans with dreams, fears, and hopes. These human stories underscore the urgency of finding a peaceful resolution. As we close this chapter, let's summarize what we've learned. The Palestine-Israel conflict is a complex issue rooted in a rich and intricate history. From the creation of Israel in 1948 to the displacement of countless Palestinians, the narrative is filled with stories of struggle and survival. The key issues revolve around territorial disputes, settlements, occupation, and the quest for Palestinian statehood and self-determination. The current situation is marked by ongoing violence and tensions, a blockade of Gaza, and numerous challenges to peace efforts. The human impact is profound, with countless stories of Palestinians and Israelis affected by the conflict and a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Understanding this conflict is not about taking sides, but about acknowledging the shared humanity in all of us. Let's call to action for peaceful resolution, for dialogue and understanding, for empathy and compassion. Because in understanding this conflict, we take a step towards peace. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Palestine-Israel conflict. This is a complex issue with deep historical roots and profound human impact. We've just scratched the surface, but hopefully, we've provided a useful starting point for you to delve deeper. Remember, knowledge is the first step towards understanding. We encourage you to continue exploring. There are numerous books, documentaries, and articles that offer a wealth of perspectives on this issue. Reach out to organizations on both sides, listen to the voices of those directly affected, and engage in respectful discussions that promote understanding and empathy. In the end, we all share the same human desire for peace, dignity, and justice. Let's not let borders, politics, or prejudice cloud that fundamental truth. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and most importantly, keep advocating for peace.